Hello everybody, it's me, the Forbidden Thinker. Now, I'm sort of stepping in for the Quiet Atheist just as a narrator, so just want to keep that in mind so that nobody gets confused on who this is actually talking, at least. But I do thank the Quiet Atheist for allowing me to narrate for this video for him. Let's get started. "140 criminal charges. 140, damn, that makes me physically sick. Hello everybody, this is the Quiet Atheist here, coming at you with another interesting video. What is there left to do? What is there left to do against certain Christians and their morally bankrupt religion, known as Christianity? Honestly, what is left? I ask because we have more innocent children who are victims of Christianity. Now, I keep trying to assure myself that things will get better. Then I see stories like this that I'm going to share with you guys today. It makes me wish I could do something about it. Anyways, let's dive into this and let me know what you think. Curtis Van Dunn, who was a teacher for 13 years at a Christian elementary school in Ohio, and is not related to the martial arts superstar Jen Quinn Van Damme, has been charged with 140 criminal counts in connection with the sexual abuse of children under the age of 14. The police haven't said how many children Van Damme abused, but they said that the numbers are still growing as more and more people came forward. This isn't something that can be written off as a false police report or as a child mismandering what happened. This is a repeated sexual abuse of children over the course of many years. 140 lives were damaged because of a Christian that decided that it was perfectly okay to take advantage of children. Let me tell you guys something. I honestly hope that more people come forward so this individual will have the opportunity to spend the rest of his life behind bars with the rest of the criminals that are there. I'm so sick and tired of traps and that Christianity sets for these innocent children. It's like Christianity is the spider, and innocent children are the flies. This abuse happened over and over again for many years. And these children, with his morally bankrupt religion, has to learn that it is not okay to try and sell children fairy tales while abusing them at the same time. These Christians are going to continue to do this type of thing. They're not going to stop. If Christianity is not stopped, Christianity in its entirety will be allowed to influence children like this. It looks what happens because of it. Let's continue with this horrific story. Van, a former teacher of Silicon Center Christian School, was first arrested in October on the counts of I can't pronounce this, so conduct with the minor and one account of licentious act with a child. Now, forgive me, I can't pronounce these words sometimes, so you may have to forgive me. He now faces 14 counts of sexual exploitation by a teacher, 72 counts of second-degree sexual abuse, 12 counts of third-degree sexual abuse, 3 counts of licentious acts of with a child, 34 accounts of of conduct with a minor and 5 accounts of innocent exposure. Cox Center Police Chief Paul Atkinson said the new charges could be filed as additional victims some forward, according to KSFY. The entire community is shocked and also is very saddened, Atkinson said. Emotions are very high in the community. I have been here for 44 years, and we have never had anything like this at all, he said. I'm trying to protect the victims as much as I can, Atkinson said. I can tell you there were numerous victims, and that is all the victims were children. The good thing about all this is the fact that there are people out there who are willing to protect children from these horrific acts. What they need to do is to protect children from Christianity. These chances of that happening are very low because there are always going to be gullible Christians out there that will continue to believe that their children will be safe and will be safe despite the evidence on the contrary. I have not one to tell people what to do, but let me make this perfectly clear. However, I do wish that there are more people out there that would talk about this. I believe that awareness is key. It has to be spread, and people have to know about it. Otherwise, more innocent children are going to fall into the name of Christianity. It has happened over 2,000 years, and now I'm surprised to see that a lot of Christians still ignore it. Look, like it doesn't exist. That is what pisses me off, because it's not about the humanity of them. All that they care about is the money and the alleged sky phantom that they worship. Innocent children don't have any room to be in their lives. Now, the earliest child report of sex abuse in this case goes back to 2013, but Van Dam has been a teacher at the school for longer than that, so there's no telling how long that the behavior was going on. He chose 2 victims, young children who probably don't understand the implications of what's happening and would likely be terrified to come forward and oppose the teacher. Josh Bauer, the head of the school, confirmed Van Dam was charged with 101 felonies and 31 misdemeanors. Dower wrote in the statement that the abuse employment was terminated, and that the case is in the hands of the criminal justice system. He also encouraged everyone to turn to God, through the numbers of charges do not necessarily reflect on the numbers of students who were given. Again, as we were the extent of the charges, we're kept now. It's time to weep again. We prayed, now we continue to praying. We're brought our anger and fears to the Lord, and now we need to lay those fears again at His feet. We need to remember that though the charges are many, it It also means that many of the students are no longer carrying secret. Kids, we want you to know that we consider you brave for telling your parents, the police, and the interviewers what happened to you. We praise God that your testimony has brought you to the light in a dark secret that none of us adults knew was there. You have played an important role in keeping others safe. This poor excuse of a human being has been fired the moment this first happened. That is what I will never understand. These idiots want for the longest times, or wait for longest times. Maybe the Christians were hoping that this would remain a secret. That is what a lot of them hope for. I'm glad that it didn't go their way. I'm glad that this was brought forth into the light. I wish that it would have been sooner, but I'm glad it is happening. And I think Christianity preys on the innocent children because they lack the ability to understand what is going on because of this. It's easy for these Christians to put fear into them. That is why this garbage continues time and time again. I cannot stand for Joseph Bauer guy. He wants to pretend that he does care for the children. He wants everyone to believe that. And I'm sure that we all can see through the bullshit he has to offer. He doesn't care for the children or what they went through. Look how long that this has been happening. I really hate it when children like this say turn to God and pray. If prayer actually worked and this alleged God exists, these children would not have been endangered, period. These children just continue to live in their fantasy, and it makes me sick. It makes me sick because innocent children are preyed upon for it. So, I ask all of you so-called Christians out there, can you please start protesting about this? What can you people start defending these innocent children for once instead of protesting LGBTQ community who are harmless? I'm sick and tired of this shit. Morally bankrupt Christians strike again. Let's work to end it.